Hey guys, and welcome back to the Highland Weather Club. Today we're going to go over what is a PNA, because some of you is asking it in the comment section below, so I'm going to answer that question for you in this video. So please make sure to subscribe and let's go. So this video will tell you what the PNA is and a little bit understanding about the weather. So PNA means the change of temperature and precipitation for likely for a western part of the US versus the eastern part of the US. It's kind of how the whole weather part in the US system works. So I'm going to tell you what it is right now. So to kick things off, PNA actually stands for the Pacific North American Oscillation. Oscillation, or whatever you want to call it. So Pacific North American Oscillation, or PNA for short. So this is a Pacific North American Oscillation again, is what PNA stand for. So what that means is that it happening versus a North American versus a precision, and it's an oscillation, which kind of mean it happen all the time. So usually happen all the time. It's a more of a weather thing across the US. So don't actually around the world, but this is part of it. So just don't worry about any of the stuff that is coming. This is just more for the weather. So let me show you what the example is. So when you watch my future video, I can explain it how, then you can know. So here's a map of the whole United States. For example, that's the US over here, that's Mexico, that's Canada, that's Gulf of Mexico, Electric Ocean, pieces of ocean, Alaska, and that's at the circle up there. So what this basically means, so let's say, so there's two different types of PNA. So let me draw it out to you. So if there's one air, like let me draw a line for you guys. So let's pretend that this is in a 0, like this is 0 degrees. That's like in a, it's cold or in a negative, and that's 1. So cold in the left and 1 in the right. So what that means, if this is just a North American Oscillation or PNA, the cold means negative, so it's definitely a negative PNA, and this is a positive PNA. For example, this negative means minus and the positive means plus. So this is what a PNA is. So let me go over the example of that. So PNA usually happens in the west coast of the United States up into Canada. So when we have warm air coming up, or warm high pressure there coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, this can bring in some warm air and actually can trap the warm air, especially in the lower valleys of the Rocky Mountains, especially over here. So this will trap the warm air in the Rocky Mountains. If it were to come from another way, it would have come from the north or northeast, then it will trap cold air in the Rocky Mountains. So if it comes from the south or southwest and brings warm air in, it blocks it, it warms up, and it creates a positive PNA. Or if the cold air is coming down from the north and traps some cold air and then warm air, more cold air than warm air, it creates a negative PNA. So what this does is a negative PNA, it's kind of like a jet stream, will be something like this. No, sorry. So negative PNA, the jet stream will usually be something like this, like a trough in the north and wedge in the west, because this is actually pulling all the warm air completely off into the central and eastern United States. Now if this were a positive PNA, it will do the opposite. It will be something like this, and there will be like wedge in the west and trough in the east, bringing cool air to the central eastern part of the US. So if it's bringing cool air, then they can bring some more, or if it's a change, then they can definitely bring some extreme severe weather across our central and eastern United States. If there's any type of a change in a PNA, and that happens sometimes. So if it's negative PNA, this will bring in some warm air. Or if it's a positive PNA, this will bring some cold air and then possibly snow. So that's what PNA is. So here's the example of that. So here is an example of that. So this is a thing from a winter forecast in case you haven't seen that yet. So this is a temperature for a winter forecast. So what is this? So this is warm air. So we call this warm air. Remember, warm meat is a positive PNA across the western coast of the United States right there. So do you know what that means if it's a positive PNA? That's why our adjusting will be something like this. There will be warm air coming off, and that will bring all the cool air down. What about this one? Now what does this mean? This is a snow forecast from the White Christmas of this year, as a couple years ago. This is a snow, a 1 inch more snow on the ground. So the more colder blue it is, the more colder it gets. So is this a positive PNA or a negative PNA? Well, let me say this is actually negative PNA because there's more snow to the west. So let me say that this is actually a negative PNA, which will so it will be something like this, which a cold is coming down from the west and warm moisture is coming up from the eastern United States. Good job, Bill. And what about this one? You can see there's probably no snow across there, so this is probably will bring in probably more cold air. So this may probably bring like a negative PNA, which will warm up. So this is like a trough, and this will actually warm up all the warm air coming out from the central eastern United States. So that's it for this video, guys. This is what a PNA is. So this is a special PNA video. I hope you guys understand and learn about what a PNA is for me today, so I can go through it in my future videos. Also, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment on the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.